Sup guys, it's Joe here, and welcome to my F1 2016 career mode. This is season 3, race 13. We're at Spa, one of my favourite circuits on the game, and I just want to share and appreciate this perfect lap I did while on the track acclimatization program. I really thought I did well on this lap to get all the points. Sorry, bit of a coughing still. But yeah, I managed to nail together a perfect lap of the Spa circuit, despite the massive slide at Eau Rouge, and I'm really quite proud of this one. Longest circuit on the calendar, and I always struggle to get the purple score. I do find it a bit of a challenge, so the fact I was able, as you can see here, to get all purple scores on this lap around the longest circuit on the calendar, that was something I was pretty chuffed about. So I thought, you know what, I'll share the whole lap with you. Taking a little bit too much grass there, but still, it is one of the best laps I've ever driven. Maybe not one of the quickest, but one of the most accurate. So just a quick recap then of what's been happening in the previous races. I took the win in Germany despite a massive shunt, which I was partially to blame for. So I really want to be driving better around here, and I feel like this practice lap was a good start to driving better. I'm nearly at the end of the lap now, as you can see, and nearly on the grass there. What was I doing? The commentary isn't live for this race. That is because I was an idiot and I forgot to turn my headset on, so unfortunately there is no live commentary for this race. But as you can see there, perfect score and a very happy engineer. Right, now I think we are in qualifying, and I'm trying to get through with a nice amount of help from Jenson Button there. He did not get in my way. I really thought that could have been worse than it was, and as you can see, it's been a pretty decent lap, and I should be getting through quite comfortably, which I do. And I even set a fastest lap for good measure, even though Hulkenberg was the fastest guy at this point, and I'm still up against the Red Bulls, who are very, very fast. The second part of qualifying, however, was damp, and I had to then go out and try and do a lap while the conditions were damp, and there was heavy rain on the way, so I was trying to get the lap done before the heavy rain came. But unfortunately, due to a mistake earlier in the lap, this really wasn't looking like a good one, and this just completed a lap of errors, left the track, so my lap time was invalidated, and by this point the heavy rain had turned up. So it was literally a matter of now trying to put together the best lap I could and just hope and pray that it would be enough to get me in the top 10. But now, as you can see, it is beyond wet, and I really needed to deliver a lap time to put me in, and I did. I got it up to 8, which isn't too bad, considering the conditions, and as you can see, I got through in the end by a mere 0.3 of a second. Q3, however, it dried up, and I waited until the track was completely dry before setting my lap time, and I was targeting hopefully a pole position here. Let's have a look what we'll get then as we sprint for the line. A little bit of a slide out of the corner. We grabbed a provisional pole, but what would that end up being? No, we still got pole. So first place on the grid for Spa, which happens to be one of my favourite circuits. So what can we do around here in the 22 laps of the Belgian Grand Prix? It's lights out and away we go. We've got a semi-decent start. Ricciardo is on the left though, and I'm trying to squeeze the Red Bulls out, but then I'm turning into the first corner. They're both stuck on me now. Verstappen got stuck on me, and Ricciardo, well, he's long gone. He got pushed wide by the pair of us, so that may have been my fault there. Oh, Ricciardo's out of the race, and the safety car has come out. So me and Verstappen got together at the first corner, and Ricciardo must have got stuck on the pair of us. And that's just caused that chain reaction with Ricciardo coming back on and getting whacked into. But also Danny Kvyat, as you can see there, just getting completely caught up in our incident. and he goes completely into his teammate, and Verstappen gets past me under the safety car while all that is going off. So I wasn't massively impressed with that, but nonetheless we've got a restart now. Verstappen is in the lead. I am all over his rear. I'm hoping to make a move early on. Fernando Alonso is out of the race, experiencing what can only be described as a classic McLaren Honda failure. And I'm trying to look at Max Verstappen there. That would have been a bit cheeky. I can't have imagined under any circumstance that one working out. A bit optimistic to say the least, but I'm hoping now if I can get a run out of Eau Rouge and into the Kemmel Straight, if I can just get within that slipstream, which is exactly what I'm doing, I might be able to have a look into Les Combes at the end of the Kemmel Straight. Diving up the inside now, that's a bit of a late manoeuvre, we're through and we're stuck on his car. We've had to go across the escape road, we were never going to make the corner. That was a disgraceful bit of driving. Verstappen has also got caught up now in someone else's incident, recovering. So I am partially responsible for taking both Red Bulls out today, and I really have got to say I'm ashamed by my driving. Honestly, I feel like I have literally shamed my entire family with that bit of driving alone. But nonetheless, we are now in the pits and taking on another set of soft tyres, and I'm hoping now that I'm done making everybody ashamed. I'm certainly just, well, I think ashamed would be the right word, disappointed another. We've come out of the pits, we're right behind Jolyon Palmer, and we want to get past him as quickly as possible because he's in the much slower Renault. And we're now going to the left, and the move is already done before we even get halfway up the Kemmel Straight, showing the difference in power between the Ferrari and the Renault, or just showing Jolyon Palmer's realistic pace. Take your pick on which one. Now we're coming up to Valtteri Bottas, and what can we do about him as we head towards the end of the lap? We're going to the left. Bottas is running us out of the road. We've hit him, we've hit the grass, and we've kind of lost control. We're slamming on the brakes, and we've just wiped Hamilton completely out. I cannot facepalm enough at the standard of my driving in this race. I took a slide onto the grass, lost control, and then went across the corner. I veered right to try and avoid a collision, but by that point, it was too late, and I went straight into Hamilton. My driving is absolutely disgraceful in this race. So, there's Hamilton trying to recover. Oh no, it's Rosberg even, I do beg your pardon. Car number 6. And what's going on there? Toro Rosso's just hit me up the back. What is going on with my driving today? I think I should take a penalty in Monza and start at the back of the grid, purely for how bad my driving has been in this race. But now I'm taking on a set of medium tyres, and I'm hoping that that will be enough to get me to the end of the race. But now we've got a little bit of overtaking to do. The green flags are now out, and I take a cheeky little dive up the inside of Rosberg for 11th. That is now P11, and now we are racing again. Sebastian Vettel is next. There are multiple cars in the pits. Can we get past our teammate? Sebastian, Joe is faster than you. Well, that was easy enough up the inside of La Source. And Vettel, I think we may have slightly ran him out of road there. But nonetheless, we're now up to 8th, catching Kevin Magnussen for 7th. And what can we do about him? We need to get past him relatively quickly if we're going to have a shot at winning this race. Rosberg now getting really close to us. But I'm going to take a dive up Magnussen so I don't have to deal with Rosberg. And that is that move done. Next up is Romain Grosjean. We're going to go up the inside here for 6th. This is a bit ambitious to say the least. And we have taken it, although we've slightly bullied him out the way. Next up is Haryanto. Don't call my name. Haryanto. Yeah, I've overdone that joke so many times now. Round the outside now. We're going to the inside. We've gone into him. We've had a massive slide, and that has allowed Grosjean straight back past. What is with the standard of my driving in this race? I do not deserve to be in my retrospective position. But nonetheless, we're now going to have a look at Grosjean. We're getting right in his slipstream. Are we going to try the inside of Blanchimont? No, we're going for the outside. That is just suicidal. We've gone off the circuit, but Grosjean's just completely backed out of that one. Safe move there. Now we're up the inside of Haryanto, and that is the place taken. We are now up into second place as everyone else pits. We've got Esteban Gutierrez leading the race. That just sums up what a crazy afternoon it's been here at Spa, because we've got Esteban Gutierrez leading the race. I'm in second now, and I'm really starting to put the pressure on the young Mexican. What can we do about him? We're going to head into the bus stop, and I think this is going to be a very similar move to what we tried on Bottas. But this time we still have the room. There's a little bit of contact, and we've just gone completely off the circuit. I cannot. That is the sound of the palm of my hand hitting my forehead. Gutierrez decides, you know what, sod this. This guy's a madman, I'm pitting. And I think that is the right decision to make there. But now we're on lap 16, out of 22. We're leading the race. We're stretching away from Bottas and Gutierrez, who have pitted. Vettel has also pitted, so now the last one to pit is us. And we are holding the lead at the moment. What's this going to be? This is going to be a Mercedes, and I think that is... No, that's a Sauber. And having an engine failure. I believe that is Felipe Nasr. So bad luck to him. No, that was Ericsson actually. Nasr's car number 9. Anyway, we're now into the pits, taking on a fresh set of super soft tyres. This might compromise our lead now. Bottas and Vettel have been going very quick while we've been trying to stretch out in the lead on those medium tyres, and I think they're both going to be through. Is Gutierrez going to make it through? No, he doesn't. So we emerge in P3 behind Bottas and Vettel, who are both on medium tyres. So really, as long as we can stay consistent and not crash out, they will be sitting ducks for us, because a fresh set of super soft tyres really does trump a set of mediums, which are quite used. And now Vettel is pretty much, he's all trussed up for us really. Second place is ours for the taking. We're even getting so much more momentum out of the faster corners there. And this is where the extra grip really shows, under braking and through the cornering. But we're going to have to just wait it out a little bit, bide our time before getting the overtake done. But I believe the inside of Blanchimont is where we're going to look, because look at the momentum we have got out of the corner. That is just unreal. We're down the inside, and we're even doing it before Blanchimont. Vettel just dives out of the way, and I think anybody who sees me coming in this race is probably going to think of doing the same, because my driving standard in this race has been similar to that of Pastor Maldonado. Sorry, has been similar to that of Pastor Maldonado, and well, that's all I have to say on that matter. Now we're right up behind Bottas for second. Are we going to have a look at the inside of Lassour's? No. We're going to wait it out and get the move done at the end of the Kemmel Straight if we can. Bottas driving a superb race for Williams, by the way. Leading it at the moment, but there's 3 laps to go, and unfortunately for him, we are right behind him. We've got a much better run out of the Eau Rouge, and now we're right in his slipstream. We're going to get this move done before the corner. We've got the move done before the corner. Now we're in the race lead, and Bottas is now right behind us. And he has now got Sebastian Vettel to deal with, just nudging him out the way almost at Blanchimont. A little bit cheeky from Vettel. Bottas is now coming back at him, coming into Les Combes. But Vettel's just sticking it out around the outside. He is not having any of that. And Vettel maintains second place. But we are now on the last lap, and we are coming up to win the race, a race that I really don't deserve. So the question is, should I take a back of the grid penalty for Monza for my driving in this race? Should I just not qualify, start at the back of the race and take a punishment in Monza? That is my question to you guys. Let me know what you all think. But thank you for watching this race. I'm happy to take the win, even though I don't deserve it. It's going to massively extend my championship lead against Ricciardo. But yeah. So thank you for watching this race, and until the next time, it is goodbye from me. Cheerio guys. I'll leave you with the closing scenes of this race.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium, and as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic win for Ferrari. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Our current points leader extends their lead at the top of the championship after a very good result here today. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, I have to give it to Lewis Hamilton. You know, it was just the kind of drive you'd expect from a multiple world champion.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. Ferrari extend their lead at the top of the championship. Another team that excelled today was Williams, who make further progress up the table. There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the next race to see just who will come out on top.